the angels of the Lord met him. And in the Amplified Version, it says that when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's army." This is God's army. So before, he was running again. He was running from Esau. And he was running from Esau with a blessing received from his father. Met God at Bethel. Saw the angels of the Lord ascending and descending on the ladder. God gave him a promise. Went to Laban. Served at Laban. But now he's running from Laban. And he's not only running from Laban with the blessing and the promise that God gave him, but he is now running with manifestation of those promises. He went to Laban empty-handed, but now he's leaving with 2 wives. He's leaving with sons and daughters. He's leaving with manservant, maidservant. He's leaving with tangible assets, flocks, herds, and possessions. So what the Holy Spirit whispered to me and said to me, "Lorraine, evaluate the situation. It is not the same. It may look the same. It may feel as if it's the same. You are a human being, so your emotions may very well feel the same as it felt how many years ago. You may feel the same frustration. You may feel the same kind of confusion. You may feel the same anger. But the situation is not the same. The people is not the same. Maybe 1 or 2 in there, you're still counteracting with them, but the timing is not the same. The year is not the same. The place is not the same. The age that you are at is not the same. The mindset that you have now and that what you had then is not the same. So it is not the same situation that you are passing through. It is different. And so that can be now the very trickery of the enemy, making us feel as if the process that God is taking us through, it is irrelevant because God, it's a process that I would have passed through before. It's the same thing that I passed through then that I'm passing through now. So why is it that I have to go through this processing? Why is it that I have to be going through the same test? Why is it that I would have to be passing through the same thing? And God is saying, look around you. It is not. It is not. And so what the Holy Spirit said to me that just gave me such a boost of thanksgiving was that, Lorraine, one thing bear in mind, the same God. It is the same God. The situation is not the same. But you're serving the same God. The same God who would have delivered you from a situation in your life is the same God who is able and just with all power, all might, is able to deliver you out of this situation that you're passing through now. And other thing remain constant is that the blessing that Jacob ran with from his father Isaac and the promise that God gave him, he is coming back with that. He's coming back with the promise. He's coming back with the blessing. So God is saying that I am the same God. I never change. I am the same God who delivered you before, and I am faithful and just, and I will deliver you again. But my promises are true. They remain the same. The very prophetic word that I gave your mother from you were in your womb, Jacob, that your elder brother would serve you, the younger one, it still stands. The promise that I made you, that the blessings of Abraham is yours, it still stands. The blessing that your father gave you, it still remains the same. But the situation that is frustrating you because you're thinking that it is the same thing that I'm going through now, what I have been through before, God is saying it is not the same thing. So be encouraged. I encourage you. Be encouraged that the same God that you love, the same God that says none of his words shall fall to the ground, the same God that gave you his promises is the same God who is faithful and just to manifest them in your life. This is just a test. It's not the same test. It is just a test. The title may be the same. Maybe you are in the process of looking a new home now. Maybe you're in the process of looking a new job now. Maybe you're in the process of migrating, moving from one state to the next. Maybe you're in the process of doing something that it may seem as if it is the same thing, but is it really? Are you the same age you were 10 years ago? Do you have the same mindset that you had 10 years ago? No. So I want you to remember that you serve a God that is not deaf or dumb. You serve a God that hears your cry, hears your prayers, knows all, sees all, and he is faithful and just, that he delivered you before and he will certainly deliver you again. Be encouraged, my brother and sister. Be encouraged in God. The same miracle working God then is the same miracle working God now. The same God that gave you the breakthrough is the same God that's going to give you the breakthrough now. The same God that moved you, delivered you, saved you, sanctified you, protected you is the same God today. He never changes. He can never change. So we need to remain constant in our relationship with him and understanding that what we're passing through now is just a moment in time, and this too shall pass. Love you. Bless you.